A workout playlist can feel like equipment. The right track arrives, effort sharpens, and the first interval suddenly has teeth. Research supports part of that experience, but timing matters. A meta-analysis of music played before exercise found small improvements in completion time, relative power, fatigue symptoms, and feeling. A randomized sprint study found the clearest advantage when preferred music played during the first set, not only during the warm-up. Yet the benefit disappeared in the second set, and perceived exertion did not change. Music can shape readiness and output. It does not repeal physiology. The broadest source reviewed 30 controlled studies of pre-task music. Researchers pooled outcomes such as completion time, relative mean power, relative peak power, fatigue, feeling, and perceived exertion. Completion time improved by a small standardized effect of about 0.24 in the favorable direction. Relative mean power improved by 0.38 and relative peak power by 0.53. Fatigue symptoms also improved slightly. These are average effects across sprints, jumps, strength tests, and other tasks, not a promise that one song adds a fixed percentage to your workout. Power showed the larger pooled signal, which fits the idea that music can raise activation before a short explosive effort. But the confidence and prediction intervals matter. A prediction interval asks what a new similar study might find, and several were wide enough to include no benefit. Training status, sex, test duration, musical preference, and when the outcome was measured all changed the pattern. Self-selected music produced greater effects for some feeling and performance decrement outcomes than music chosen by someone else. Preference is not a trivial detail. It may be part of the intervention. The crossover sprint experiment gives the timing question a sharper edge. 19 healthy, physically active men completed repeated sprints under 3 conditions: preferred music during the test, preferred music only during warm-up, or no music. During the first set, music played during the sprints improved several performance indices compared with silence and, for some measures, compared with warm-up music. During the second set, there was no significant performance effect. Blood lactate was higher with music during exercise, suggesting participants may have produced more work rather than experience the same work as easier. The psychological result was less cinematic. Preferred music did not significantly change heart rate, perceived exertion, pacing profile, or effective responses in that sprint study. Participants performed better in the first set without reporting that effort felt easier. This matters because perceived effort and output can move separately. A playlist might help you express more effort at the same rating, or it may simply make training more enjoyable in another context. The evidence does not support using music to ignore pain, dizziness, unsafe technique, or a recovery problem. To use music as a controlled tool, decide the job before choosing the track. For a short explosive session, try a preferred, energizing song during the warm-up and first work set. For steady exercise, use music for enjoyment and adherence rather than expecting a sprint effect. Keep volume safe enough to hear the environment, coaching, traffic, or equipment. Compare similar sessions with and without music and record a simple outcome: total reps, time, power if available, and perceived exertion. If output rises while technique falls, the playlist failed the real test. The takeaway is lively but disciplined. Music before exercise can modestly improve several performance and psychological outcomes, with power showing a useful pooled signal. Preferred music may outperform a generic selection on some measures. During repeated sprints, the benefit appeared in the first set and then faded. Your playlist is not a legal performance-enhancing drug, and it is not merely decoration either. Use it to tune arousal, enjoyment, and early effort. Then let the stopwatch, rep count, and technique tell you whether the effect survived outside the chorus. Musical choice can also change from day to day. A song that raises arousal before a sprint may be distracting during technical practice or calming during an easy session. Treat the playlist as part of session design, with its own purpose, instead of assuming the fastest beat is always the scientifically best choice.